Okay, welcome back everyone. Hope you caught up with part one. It's a big collection, so there's a lot of pieces to see, and therefore it's taking us time to go through and tell you all the detail of everything. Can't remember if I told you the price of this. It's 325. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, moving on, let me hand you over now to Helen. Okay, so I have got on the wide 7/8 trouser, and these are in an ecru, so beautiful seam detail down the front, little zip fastening, pocket detail. They are 7/8, slightly longer on me because I'm not overly tall, but they work really well with a nice little heel. And these are, the trousers are 325. And I've teamed it with a beautiful wool jacket, little 3/4 length sleeve, beautiful bow detail on there, and I don't know if you can see the little soft sequins, just gives it a little soft shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous, 100% wool, chocolate, priced at $539.
Okay, so I have kept the wide leg trousers on, the wide leg jeans on with the detail, just to show that you can really use these jeans with lots of different styles of tops. So I'm in this lovely t-shirt, but it's not just a t-shirt because it's got all these beautiful diamante bits all on it. It is absolutely beautiful, and then it's just plain at the back. But yeah, the front of this is absolutely lovely. So obviously be careful when washing this, turn it inside out. You can get the bags to wash delicate stuff like this in, because you can wash this. This is machine washable, but just obviously be very careful. You've obviously got the drop shoulder with the seam detail here. It's quite a nice high neckline. It's not overly fitted, it's quite a relaxed, as you can see. I've got a lot of room in here. This is the 10, and I am normally a 10 in all these. The jeans are a 10 as well, but really nice. And again, this would have worked easily with Helen's nice trousers that she's just had on, or even Debbie's trousers that she had on in part one. So a really nice t-shirt, really versatile, 100% cotton, and the price of the t-shirt is $169. And remember, the jeans are $299. I will pass you back over to Debbie.
Okay, so I've gone all for a full block colour in this lovely sage. It is the most beautiful colour. I hope the hue of it translates across the screen to you. It's very expensive looking. I love this colour. I think it suits most complexions and most hair colourings. So I've gone full three-piece in the sage. So let's start with the gilet. This is a very typical shape of theirs and quality, and all this lovely chunky metalwork here on the zip detail, really nice and substantial. Nice little high pockets like this, and a hood. Sorry, no hood. There's nothing. I did look to see if there was a hood in the collar zipped in. Sometimes there is, but there isn't in this one. So it's a little bit more dressy, if you like. I think a hood always makes something look a little bit more sporty, a little bit more casual. Let me just zip that up to give you the effect. So this is the 10 as well, and I've plenty of room in that, but obviously a gilet you want to layer underneath going into autumn, going into the cooler weather, so I wouldn't want to go any smaller. But you see the way it dips at the back, and the way all the stitching has been done to give it that lovely shape and emphasis into the body. So that is gorgeous, and it's all elasticated around the armpits. Most beautiful gilet, and substantial. It is a down, proper down filled as opposed to polyester filled gilet, and that is $439. Sorry, I don't want to misquote any prices. It's important you know the correct fibre content and price of everything. So $439. It is a proper down-filled gilet. Under that, I've got the little, very classic, with one little breast pocket, mix of cashmere and wool in the short sleeve sweater in the colour as well. That is, I believe, $299. And then I've got a chino trouser. Again, lovely shape on these. I'm in the 10, I've plenty of room in those. Side pocket, little bit of a flat pocket there, which always reminds me of men's suiting. So it's quite a formal look, but a straight leg. And again, you see the way the seam twists around, which gives it that almost that slight barrel shaping. I think that's ever so clever, the way they've done that. But plenty of width there. And you know, this is the shape of things to come. They're much looser, much more comfortable, I think much more flattering as we get a little bit more mature, shall we say, than skinny, ever so tight, that shows everything you've got on underneath. Who wants that look? So I think it's very expensive looking, I think it's very good looking. I would be very comfortable working in this today, for that matter. And they are a chino style, they're cotton polyamide, 9% elastane, so plenty of stretch and relax in those, and they are 319. Helen.
Okay, so I've kept the trousers on just to show you a couple of the tops. The beautiful polyamide alpaca mix sweater, absolutely gorgeous, with a lace trim at the neck, V-neck, beautiful lace trim, and this is in a beautiful soft butter, and it is priced at $299, but it's so soft. Absolutely gorgeous. So let me show you underneath. Thanks, Sophie.
You're welcome.
So I've teamed it with absolutely gorgeous chiffon blouse. So this is, it's an ecru. They call it ecru. It's 325 chiffon shirt. The shape is beautiful. Look at all the lovely pleating, and it actually sits, it's like a V-neck. You've got all that lovely button detail down the front there, and then they've got these gorgeous little crystals detailed on the arms and around the neck. Don't know if you can see that on the cuffs there, but the pleating is absolutely gorgeous. And they've just popped a little cotton camisole underneath, but it just falls beautifully. So that's a chiffon blouse. Okay, Sophie.
Okay, my third outfit. I am still in the jeans. I told you I'm making these jeans work really hard for me. But let's talk about the top part. So as you've seen over the spring summer, neckerchiefs are really in at the minute. So I am obviously wearing one here with this outfit. If I take it off and just show you the print and the size of it, it is so beautiful. You've got the lovely greens going through it. You've got that, again, that kind of latte sort of colour here with another sort of more coffee colour going through the edging. Absolutely beautiful, and again worked really well picking out the green of this jumper. So this is 119 and it is 100% silk. It is absolutely beautiful, and you can really feel how luxurious this is, and really, as you can see, I think when I had it on, made a real difference to the look of this outfit. So I am in the wool silk sweater. So yes, it is a mix of these different materials. It is 70% wool, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. Therefore it is a hand wash only. But really lovely colour. It's that matcha colour, so it's the same colour as the blouse I had on to start with. And as I'm wearing this, I'm thinking, yes, my colleague Jane's going to really like this, isn't she? I could see Jane in this. Lovely short sleeve, round neck.
Nice and neat.
Nice and neat. You've got the lovely little slit detail, so it works over the trousers, but I could also tuck it in with a belt if I wanted to. And again, just a really good shape, really good little sweater, but it feels so soft, having the cashmere, the silk, the wool. It's just so soft on my skin. Really, really lovely item.
So that little jumper you've just seen on Sophie also comes in the gold colour. We bought it in the two colours because we thought they were both very nice. I am in a different sweater. I am in their sort of more traditional full cashmere and wool blend, which is like a batwing style, so it's much fluffier, much more wintry weight, I would say. That sort of little jumper you could wear now under suiting. This is more of an autumnal weight probably, but isn't the gold a lovely colour? So as I say, the other little one, Sophie, on the Neat and Fit one, comes in the 2 colourways. And I have just popped another of the scarves. This has got all the colours in this lovely print. You'll see this print coming up in a dress at the very end, but that just lifts everything and just sort of elevates it a little bit more. That's your accessory. Yet another pair of trousers, another shape of trousers. These are a pleat chino. This is the 10. They're plenty big enough. You know, if you don't want to, and that's why you have to come in and try really. If you don't want to wear it too loose, I would put a belt on that. We're rushing through because obviously time is of the essence. You could put a belt on that, or you could go down a size. That's why you really need to come in and try, because you can go down in a lot of these. They're very loose, they're very generous, but that is the sort of look. So you don't want it too tight, and you don't want to knock these box pleats out on the front, on your thighs, so don't go too small that it would, you know, sort of do that to it, because it ruins the look and the cut and the way they fall. They have a lovely soft handle, almost a brushed handle, and again they're not quite full length, just shy of full length. So let me give you some prices for those, and then we'll draw to a close again, because we still have a couple of nice dresses to show you. I don't want to rush too much through those. So the little sweater's $2.99, it's 80 wool, 20 cashmere. The little scarf is pure silk, $2.49, and the pleat chino in this lovely sable colour is 96 cotton, 4 elastane, and that is $2.69. So let me draw to a close there, but do watch, because the 2 more beautiful print dresses to come you don't want to miss.